Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another inspiring episode of G3 Show, live here on UTV Africa. We're excited to welcome you to yet another episode. Right here on this show, we empower young girls to achieve greatness. And today, we're going to be having a beautiful conversation, a conversation that is on the table of so many girls, a conversation that will inspire and impact the life of our girls. And I have with me in the studio today two fantastic, amazing, pretty looking young girls who are going to be doing justice to this conversation. My name is Precious Flourish Ifeanyi Chukwu, and I am your host on this show. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll go right into it. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back. So today we're talking about decision making for girls. Decision making is such a big deal. And, according to statistics, every single day, young people make at least 3,500 decisions. If you like, doubt it. That's what the truth is. From little decisions of when to wake up, what to wear, who to greet, who to be friends with, where to go to, all of those form our lives. And we're going to be, having this conversation on how important it is to our day-to-day lives. And with me to have these conversations are two young ladies. Let's get to meet them. Can we meet you, Ma?
My name is Greatness Jeremiah and I'm 10 years old and I want to become a neurosurgeon. I also like reading, singing and dancing, and I really hope that this will inspire lots of people.
Yeah, I hope so too, my darling. Let's meet you.
Hi, my name is Philip Dominion. I'm 12 years old. I'm a future judge because I'm inquisitive. I love making peace among people. I love making people happy even when they had an argument. I think I have a judgmental spirit. I love music. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. So thank you very much for that introduction. So let's start with the definition of decisions. So when you hear the word decision making, what comes to your mind? Let me start with you.
Decision making means thinking and taking full responsibility for the consequences of the choice you make. It also means picking the right decision even when it's not easy.
Thank you very much. Greatness, how about you? What do you think?
To me, decision making is like take responsibilities for my actions and also making a decision when everyone says no, that I shouldn't make it.
So let's talk about decisions that young girls make. What are the predominant day-to-day or tough decisions that young girls make often?
Hey, pressure to follow the trends like social media or makeup, and also peer pressure to date early.
How about you? What do you think, Dominion?
Um, Academics versus distraction, choosing the right friends, and saying no when others expect yes. At this point of saying no when others expect yes, I've gone through it because
Oh,
I'm this type of person who likes making people happy because I don't like them angry.
yeah.
So I always say yes even when I don't want to do it. But then I later found out that saying yes or your kindness, they might use it against you. So I had to take a bold step and say no. So that's what I might tell the girls to also try to do. Take
Yeah.
a bold step and say no.
When no is necessary. Yeah, I agree with you because many times we say yes when we're supposed to say no. So we need to learn and practice saying no when it is necessary without whether they are pressuring us or not. So how about you, Greatness? Are there what are the steps, your personal steps that you always use when you want to make decision? Because by the way, before you answer the question, there's a difference between wise and unwise decision, wise and foolish decisions, if I should use those two. So when you want to make decisions that are wise, what steps should you follow?
Well, I usually talk to my mom or my mentor.
About the decision?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if they are not around, I look at the decision and what's the alternative and how the consequences would be and how it aligns with my values.
Beautiful. Talk to your mom, talk to your mentors, think about the decision again. Because like we say, the decision that you're making will move your life in one direction or the other. How about you, Dominion?
I'll pray to God for direction.
Yeah.
And then I asked my parents for advice. Then I think I know whether the choice I'm about to make will help me in the future, who I want to be or what I want to become.
So let me ask you a very personal question. Between your mom and every other person and your friends, who influences your decisions more?
My classmates.
Come on now. She was very specific. My classmates. Okay, tell us about that.
My classmates are this type of people that you have to say yes because of some of them are harsh, some are kind, but like mostly some are harsh. So like they are the rude ones there, and then they like to make myself not to be bullied. I try to join them.
Okay. But you also want to learn how to stand on your own eventually, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're not going to have to join them always. You need to be able to say no, like you said earlier, when you should. You practice gradually, and then, you get to that point where you can say no to anybody. And if they try to bully you, you can speak up or stand up for yourself. Thank you very much for sharing with us. Greatness, do you want to add something to that? Do you want to share your own personal experience? Have you been influenced in any way by your friends to also make certain decisions?
Yes, I have. Like in my class right now, I am the youngest
Oh, wow.
among like 14 people. So sometimes they will say I should do something. And then me, I'm usually the speaking type because I'm small. What can they do to me? Like I'm actually a teacher's pet. So then
Okay.
if they are trying to force me to do something wrong, I usually just turn my face upside down and meet my teacher.
Okay.
And then my teacher will give them justice. Because actually sometimes I don't like being pushed around. I'm not a bag of rice.
Come on.
So like I usually say no when I learn to say no.
Okay. So when they push you too hard, you speak to someone, you talk to your teachers.
Yes.
Okay, that's so good. And I really love that we are sharing from our personal experiences, because I'm sure there are girls out there who are also looking at this show, watching this show, and they are wondering, okay, how do I make sure I make wise choices? Yeah, wise decisions. So I'm sure that they are also learning one or two things from us. So let's talk about a decision that you made recently. I wanted to share one recent decision that you made and how it helped you grow.
Ending a wrong friendship and also using my academics to avoid distractions and avoiding bad friends and also obeying my parents and also joining programs that can help me grow like the G3 girls. It actually helped me and help especially the books. It helped me grow, helped me stand strong and stuff like that.
Wow, good to know. Thank you for sharing. How about you, Dominion?
I recently just ended a wrong friendship.
Oh, wow, we are all ending wrong friendships.
It's happened because of my friend. She started cultivating bad habits. I knew that if my parents found out that I was talking and walking around with such type of person, of course they would be angry
Yeah.
and might scold me. So like just to get myself away from trouble, I had to take a bold step and end the friendship, even if it was not easy.
Yeah.
I had to end the friendship.
I like what you just said now. And can you speak to girls that, are struggling to end a friendship that they know is obviously wrong? Because that's a decision right there. that ending that friendship was a decision that you made, and it was a major decision. So can you speak to girls who are struggling? They know that this person is not helping me, this relationship is not helping me, but they are still there. So what do you have to say to such girls?
Before they actually act, they should first pray to God for directions. Then they slow down and think
Yeah.
before they now
End it.
yes.
Okay. So you pray to God and then slow down,
And think
about it, then end the decision, end the friendship. So how do you end the friendship?
you have to calm down. I won't say you should talk to the person because the person might be angry. So you calm down and then like you start giving some space from the person.
Yeah, distance, like
Yes.
distancing yourself.
So the person might later find a new friend that she would love to also join.
Okay.
So like that will give you the chance to leave her
Yeah.
and then go to a friend that does the right thing.
Good. I like the progression. So you slow down, you reduce how much you have conversations with the person, you stop going out with them maybe, yeah, and then gradually they might find a new friend for themselves, while you find a friend that suits the kind of values that you have. Okay. That's a template right there. I hope you got it. Okay, so I will ask you, and I want you to share with us, Greatness. How about, what are the consequences of making unwise decisions? But before we talk about the consequences of making unwise decisions, let's talk about unwise decisions that girls make.
Okay.
Can you give like examples of unwise decisions that girls make?
An unwise decision, or should I call foolish decisions
Foolish.
that girls
Okay.
make, is the decision of following their friends, especially when their friends are doing wrong. Like I almost got, so me personally, I made a wrong decision by joining a group that I didn't even know what was going on, and I almost got punished for that. So I just want to say to every girl out there, make sure you know the decision you want to make. If you don't know, please go and tell your parents or mentors so that you'll be on the safe side.
Okay. So you're saying following bad friends is one bad decision that girls make?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to add to that?
Like she said, if you follow bad friends, it might downgrade you because of your grades will be going down. It might bring shame to not only you but to your family members, and then it might give you a bad reputation.
Okay.
Okay, another one is examination malpractice.
Okay.
Because yes, that is actually a really, really bad decision.
Yeah.
Because you might get caught, get expelled,
Yeah.
and then it will still bring, yes, it will bring shame to your parents because of they won't want to be going out because the news might spread, and then like they'll have to cover their shame. It might also give them bad reputation. Like I said, they'll be calling them different names, like saying they didn't train their child well and all those stuff. So I think it would be better that all the girls stay away from examination malpractice.
Because it's a bad decision.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dominion. Greatness, how about you? What are some of the...
So another one is like having relationship with the opposite sex. I'm not saying it's bad to have a boy as your friend, but like you should have boundaries. You should not be the same with the person every time, and also you should actually speak out, because like some people, when some people are touching them, they'll just be shouting stop it, and they're not like making any action at all. So when you have a relationship with an opposite sex, whether it's a boy or a girl, you should at least have boundaries. When it's time to say no, say no. Everything must not be yes. No is actually a very strong word.
Come on. This is a good note to go on a break with. And we've been talking about bad decisions that girls make. And I caught, a very serious point from what she said. We're going to talk about that when we come back from this break. welcome back from that short break. I hope you were able to pick one or two lessons from that video. I can't remember how many times I've watched the video, but each time I do, the lesson stays, the lesson comes back fresh. And I want to believe that you also picked some lessons from that video. So let's talk about it, because that's actually where, this conversation is leading next. What do you think about that video, Dominion?
The video is trying to warn us that we should not just pick any decision of our choice, because of what happened there was like he wanted it, but he didn't think of the consequences. Like he just carried it, and then that one piece he took destroyed everything.
The entire thing.
I'm sure that might have put him in a lot of trouble.
I'm telling you.
So what I'm trying to say is that before we decide, before we decide to go into the choice, we should think of the consequences, and then we should know whether it will help us become greater in life or it will make us go low.
Yeah. Thank you so much. How about you?
Well, from that video, I think the reason why he carried it was because it was an odd color, but he should have just left it and asked why it was there, because it's an abstract.
Yeah.
So he should have just left it or asked, what happens if I just remove one piece? But no, he didn't think twice. He just came, picked it, and then kaboom. And then it just fell apart. So before making a decision, we should always think twice, because some people that don't think twice, they actually make a decision, and then like the way that work fell down, that's how their life will totally fall down.
Oh my God.
So we should always make right decisions and think twice. Even thrice is okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's really, a very deep insight, because one decision that you make as a girl can take your life downward spiral. Like every other thing, it's like a girl and a boy starts dating at 15 because they think I'm a big girl, I can handle it, I'm, cool. And before you know it, one thing leads to the other. She's pregnant. Another thing leads to the other. She wants to terminate it. She loses her womb. She drops out from school. She loses her career. It just keeps everything, just like that element, like you said, it just keeps pouring until everything is gone. And sometimes, advice, even when our parents are telling us, don't do this, it looks like, mommy, what's up? You don't understand. Let me pick this thing out. Let me pick it, let me touch it and see. So let's talk about parents and, having them in our decision-making, journey. Is it everything that we do that we should talk to our parents about? Or are there things that we should, this one, let's keep it private? So let me start with you, Greatness.
About that, it's somehow, let's say, for example, you can handle a decision yourself, but you're not sure. In that situation, you can tell your mom or your dad. But it actually depends on the relationship you have with your two parents. For example, let's say that you don't have a good connection with your parents. Maybe they work a lot. They're always traveling. Sometimes you don't even see them for a month or two. So it can really affect your relationship with them. And let's say your guardian gives you a wrong decision because they have some experience rather than your parents. You may actually make a wrong decision, or you don't want to tell anybody apart from your mom or dad, or they will not be around, and it's the deadline, so you just have to make any decision of your choice. So people making decision actually depends on the relationship with their parents, because sometimes parents can actually cause the reason why children make unwise decisions.
Okay, so now that our parents are not here, can we talk about our own part? What should we do? So even if your parents are not available all the time, what should you do? Because you know that your life is your responsibility, right?
Yes.
So that anything you do, it will still come back to you. So what should you do? Even if mom is not around, is there a way to work around it so that you still make wise decisions?
Yes, there's a way to work around it, because your mom is not the only person in this world. You can still meet another person, or you can think about the decision, brainstorm about it. What happens if I make this decision? This. You can even make a table or carry a book and start writing what will happen if you make the decision. And then also write the alternative, and then you can look for the consequences and how it aligns with your values. And then your decision is solved.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, and I'll add to that, even if your parents are not available readily, you can reach out to them. You can delay some decisions, because if someone is making you do something impromptu, let's do it now, say yes or no now, that's even a red flag, because that urgency can make you make the wrong choice. So you want to delay and ask from your parents, consult them. Okay? Very important.
Please, I have a question.
Yes, you
How about
can.
when you call your parents, but like they are not picking up because of they are busy? What do you do?
So you can drop a message. Can you drop a message? Can you drop a voice note? Can you drop an email? And if it's an emergency situation, if you have like another trusted adult in your family, maybe your mom's sibling, that can also help in that situation, you can reach the person.
I also have another question. Like, what
Okay.
if it's schoolwork? Schoolwork. Like, for example, we are meant to submit a project, or your teacher asks you to pay some amount of money for something, and like you are not sure about it, or you're afraid. So, and your parents don't answer, and it's like obviously schoolwork, and you need to actually say yes or no, whether you be there or you do it. So
Yeah.
what should you do?
You respond to them. Tell them, my parents are not available at the moment and I can't give a yes or no answer. They can now make a decision to say, okay, then we're leaving you out. It's better because you know that you are under your parents' care, right? Yes. So you should always get an okay from them. You should always get their consent. So you can tell them to pause, wait. If they are putting you under pressure, then suspect it. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the next. Let's talk about the consequences of making wrong choices. I mean, we've talked about it as in the passing, but can we look deeply into the consequences of making bad decisions? Do you want to start?
I think I said it before.
Yeah.
Because of it will bring shame. Because you be like afraid to come out, because like the whole world knows about your failure. So if you come out, you'll feel shame, and it's not only you that will feel the shame, because of you've given it to your family members who were innocent and were not meant to get it. And you are the guilty one, and you're meant to be the one to suffer it yourself, but it had to pass to your parents. So them to they'll feel somehow if they step out. So I'm trying to say that girls should not just go into a decision without thinking and knowing what might happen later on, because of what we do now will actually affect us later. So we think to know what will become of us tomorrow if we go into that decision.
Thank you so much. Because of our time, let's come back to you. Greatness, what do you think?
Well, when you make a foolish or unwise decision, you can actually may have a negative mark or sign on yourself, because like everywhere you go, people will be like, she did this, she did that, and like even when you're trying to like you're trying to not listen to them, some people may still come in your front and start insulting or disturbing you, because they may say that you are this, you are that, because you made an unwise decision. So it can actually make a negative mark on your life, especially as a girl.
As a girl, yes. Can it also affect the opportunities that you get in the future? Can decisions that you make today affect?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It can, because if you make unwise decisions today, like I said, it will affect you later on. For instance, as a girl or a boy, let me add boys to it now, you stole something and then you were caught. You will get to jail, and then when you are released,
Yeah.
you might be old, or when you are still around that age to get a job. If you go there, they'll at least know you,
Yeah.
because
Pull
of
up your record.
Yes, so it might not let you get that job. So that's why I say we
It can
don't
affect
just
your
yes.
opportunities.
So we don't just think, because it will affect your tomorrow.
Thank you very much. So decisions that you're making today can affect the kind of opportunities
Get to
you will get tomorrow. It can make you lose good opportunities. So you want to be sure of decisions because before you make them, because they can affect you in the nearest future. Okay, we've been having a beautiful, great conversation right here. We're going to be giving our last word before I let you go. Speak to the girls watching, girls listening. What advice do you want to tell girls watching this show from their homes? What advice do you have for them? So let me start with your greatness.
To every girl watching us or every girl out there, you should slow down and think. You don't need to rush to make a decision, because when they are rushing, you should know that that's like a red flag. You should like stay away at least. So you should slow down and think. Don't rush.
Don't rush. Rush at your own risk. Okay, over to you, Dominion.
I'll tell girls watching or girls around us that they should isolate themselves from people who don't add to their value but take away what they want to become in future from them.
Calm down and think and be mindful of the groups you join. We girls, we love groups. We love community. We love to move in groups. That's why one person wants to go and ease themselves. Before you know it, 10 girls are follow. Let's go together. But they don't want to wee wee. They just want to follow their friends. So you want to be careful the kind of people you're following, friends you're following, because they can affect and influence your life, according to Dominion. Wow. Thank you so much, young ladies, for coming to the studio today.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. And it's been a beautiful, conversation with you. Thank you also, our beautiful audience, for staying with us till the end of this episode. We've been talking about decision making, how it affects our lives today, tomorrow, and always. And thank you for watching. I hope you've been able to pick your lessons. Keep watching G3 Show live here on UTV Africa, because here we empower young girls to achieve greatness. I've been your host, Precious Flourish, you find to go on this show. I'll see you again in the next episode. But until then, bye.